Welcome to Joe's Learning Hub, a one-stop channel for teacher trainees. Today's lecture is on one of the oldest associate of the teacher and the most essential teaching aid, the board, which we all know as the blackboard. It is also known as chalkboard, as boards in most of the schools are no longer black but of different colors. In this lecture, you'll be listening to the purpose of boards in class, types of boards, use of chalks, and the effective use of boards, and the skill of board writing. As you all know, the board can be put to many uses in the teaching learning process. This is one of the visual aids in the classroom, that is, it is the aid which can be seen. In the absence of other teaching aids, board can be well used. First, you should know what is the purpose of board in a classroom. I shall state them one after the other. First one is to illustrate the main points of the lesson, to list questions and problems, to stimulate students' interest, to provide scope for creative and decorative work, to make the students focus on the lesson, and lastly, to review the whole lesson. Therefore, in this way, the board can be helpful to the teacher in the teaching learning process. When you are using the board, you should know what type of board it is. Some of the types are fixed board. This board is fixed on the wall in the classroom. It is made of wood or cement. It can be black or green. Chalk piece is used for writing. And the second one is board on easel. It is a portable and adjustable board put on a wooden easel, which can be used for taking classes outside. Chalk piece is used for writing. And the third type is roller board. It is made of thick canvas wrapped on a roller. Chalk piece is used. And the fourth type is magna board or magnetic board. It is used for making three-dimensional demonstrations with objects on a vertical surface. It is made of steel and small magnets are used to hold suitable objects. Nowadays, we can have whiteboards which are otherwise called marker boards, dry erase board, whiteboard, dry whiteboard, and pen board. It is glossy and is usually of white surface, which is used for making non-permanent markers, and for this purpose markers are used. And the last type is the graphic board. It is also called as pressing graph perforated board. It has graphic lines and used for teaching mathematics, statistics, and science. It can be used either vertically or horizontally. So these are the boards that are used in classroom teaching, and it is made use of by both the teacher and students in the class. In today's scenario, there are not just black or green boards. There are boards in different colors. As a teacher trainee or as a teacher, you must know what color chalk to use on those. I talked about this in one of my previous video lectures on syllabus for communication. For your convenience, I shall repeat the same. For green board, use white or yellow chalk. For grey board, use yellow chalk. For red board, it is better to use green and yellow. For orange board, use blue or light green chalk. For yellow board, you can use blue colored chalk. For rose board, you can use purple colored or dark blue chalk piece. And for black board, you can use any colors. So, these are the colors of chalk that you can use on different colored boards. Now, let's move on to know how effectively a teacher can use the board. First and the foremost thing is that the blackboard or the board should be rubbed clean as soon as the teacher enters the class or before the teacher enters the class. Only if the board is neat, the students will not be distracted. So this is the first criteria of effective use of blackboard. And the board writing should be legible. The letters and drawings should be large enough to be seen from all parts of the classroom. That is, writing should be large enough to be read from the back of the class. Board writing should be clear, legible, and quick. Always remember, writing on the board should be started from the top left corner and it should be in straight rows. Extreme lower corner of the blackboard should not be made use of, as writing on it cannot be easily seen by the students. And the teacher must also remember that the material on the blackboard should not be covered by standing. And small children are very much amused to see graphic representations of ideas and concepts. So it is better for the teacher to make use of the board and draw matchstick figures or any diagrammatic representations to seek the attention of the students. You should also remember that only important points of the subject matter should be written on the board. The placement of the board should be well lighted by natural or artificial means. This one should be taken care of by the administration and not by the teacher. But if you are using a board on easel, then you can place the board where there is enough light. And it is always preferable to use colored chalk to draw the attention of the students. The teacher should always keep in mind that whatever is needed for the board should be brought together before the class begins. That is the collection of chalk, rulers, compass, etc. Whatever is being written on the board should be arranged systematically so that any later glance on it can catch full idea without any trouble. Whatever is written on the board should be arranged systematically for the students to understand even when they see at a later stage or at the end of the class. While writing on the board, the teacher should ensure that the class is attentive. So for this purpose, the teacher should stand sideways, half facing the board and half facing the class with the arm fully extended. Thus, the pupils can see what the teacher is writing and as well the teacher can see the students. So this is how the position of teacher should be while writing on the board. Duster should be used and not the hand or handkerchief for cleaning the board. You can also involve the students to write or draw diagram on the board. Teachers should always develop the ability to draw freely on the board. The teacher should remember that the board is the teacher's exercise book. He should not be careless in writing on it or wrong thing should never appear on it. So careful representation of whatever is written should be done. And it should be ensured that the board is periodically serviced. This is also on the part of the administration and not the part of the teacher. So these are all the ways in which you can effectively use the blackboard. Let's move on to the skill of board writing. So the skill of board writing consists of certain components like legibility, size and alignment, highlighting main points, utilization of the space, correctness, position of the teacher and contact with the students. When I say legibility, it ensures that there must be a clear distinction between every letter and there must be adequate space between individual letters and words. And also uniform and large letters must be written on the board for the students who are seated at the last row. And it is also important to highlight main words or main points using colored chalk pieces. The teacher must also make use of the space on the board. That is, only important words or statements must be made on the board. The teacher must ensure that maintaining eye contact, controlling interactions, maintaining disciplines and sustaining attention of the students is most important while he or she is writing on the board. Remember, when using board, you are supposed to plan and map before starting the lesson. That is, what you are going to write on the board, you should plan beforehand. And then while writing on the board, use legible handwriting and suitable size of letters. And while you are positioning yourself to write on the board, start from top left corner. And do not forget to write the day and date. Most importantly, write important points of the content. Moreover, you must know the blind spots of the board. Always avoid extreme corners and sides. Divide the board into 3 parts and write the most important points on the right corner. Whatever you want to write, you can write from the left corner and keep the main points on the right hand. Avoid overcrowding of information. Use colored chalks for contrast. Stand on one side of the board and explain the point to the students. Always use a pointer to point out the points instead of using your fingers. And while leaving the class, see to that you clean the board and then keep it ready for the next teacher to use. So these are all the skills of writing on the board. So my dear teacher trainees, now you must be aware of the types of boards that are used in today's scenario, the purpose of using a board, and then the effective use of boards. Remember one thing, the motto of using a board is neither too much nor too little. Let us meet with yet another topic. Until then, take care.